I'm Shek. Welcome to my Painting Basics final art project. I'm going to make an exhibit of 3 paintings and 1 object. Come on, follow me. And I wanted to make mine about making dreams come true. So welcome to my exhibit. It can happen. I felt like with the dream theme that the bedroom was the best setting for it. So as you can see, we're now in my bedroom. I've hung up my other paintings from the semester just because it makes me feel more like a room. But the main paintings are actually the ones that are the cutouts accompanied with the books. So if you look, yeah, it's all from the 3 main realms of my childhood storybooks. So like here we have Tigger, coming from like the child's picture book, painted to look like the 100-acre wood.
It's quite dim, but looked at through the water, they seem much bigger than they appear to us.
And with each of these, I'm really trying to make it feel like the characters come to life and popped out of the book. So one world being Disney, the other world is like classic Hans Christian Andersen, Grimm's fairy tales. And I feel like fairies were a great way to convey that. So got some mischievous little fairies here coming from their, woodland homes in the kind of thick anthology. There's one over there being especially naughty on the lamp. And then the last one is actually, you might not recognize this character because he's from Japan. He's the Tanuki teapot. This is one of my favorite Japanese fairy tales. And I felt like it was really cool to incorporate this because it shows like another cultural side of me. And it's coming from that storybook right there. Typically thin and small, like a lot of Japanese literature. And that was really fun to paint. I also got a note, I really like this area down here because it's kind of like bringing you back to childhood. The kind of feeling of being small again, of being in a fort, and kind of bringing wonder back to life. And that's what all this is about, because there's so many moments in life that people say, oh, that could never happen in real life. But I've seen those moments happen. And I think that if you believe that they can happen, they actually will. Which is why the last part of this is right here. What's your magical moment? I encourage people to write what they want to make happen. What kind of moments that they've always dreamed of happening, but never thought they could be possible. Hopefully after this exhibit, a little bit of that childhood wonder is still here, sparked within you, and you can go make your magical moments happen again. A few additional little cool details. Though all these paintings are kind of random on the walls, they're the ones from the rest of the semester. In a certain way, if you interpret them, they're all kind of dreamy or bedroom-esque kind of thing. So it all fits together quite nicely. And then this is actually has a meaning here too. It's an audiobook of Little Mermaid, which was one of my earliest favorite childhood fairy tales. One that really stuck with me. And yeah, I really encourage people to just wander around, explore the room, because it's kind of like an intimate experience, exploring someone's bedroom, exploring someone's dreams. And it's just very cool to be able to welcome people into the world.
Like a vast dome of glass. She had seen ships at her turn. Her birthday came in the wintertime, so she saw things that none of the others had seen. The sea was a dim green color, and enormous icebergs drifted about. Each one glistened like a pearl, she said, but they were more lofty than any church steeple built by man. They assumed the most fantastic shapes and sparkled like diamonds. She'd seen herself with the largest one. Iceberg and watched the blue forked lightning strike the sea. Each of the sisters took delight in the lovely new sights when she first rose up to the surface of the sea, but when they became grown-up girls, they were month said there was no place like the bottom of the sea where they felt so completely at home. On many an evening, the older sisters would rise to the surface, arm in arm, all five in a row. They had beautiful voices, more charming than those of any mortal beings. When a storm was brewing and they anticipated a shipwreck, they would swim before the ship and sing most seductively of how beautiful it was at the bottom of the ocean, trying to overcome the prejudice of the sailors against coming down to them. The people could not understand their song, mistook it for the voice of the storm, nor was it for them to see the glories of the deep. When the ship went down, they were drowned, and it was as dead men that they reached the Sea King's palace. In the evenings when the mermaids rose through the water like this, arm in arm, the youngest sister stayed behind all alone, looking after them and wanting to weep. But our mermaid has no tears, and therefore she suffers so much more. Oh, how I do wish I were 15, she said. I know I shall love that world up there and all the people who live in it. And at last, she too came to be 15. Now I'll have you on my hands, said her grandmother, the old queen dowager. Come, let me adorn you like your sisters. In the little maid's hair she put a wreath of white lilies, each petal of which was formed from half of a pearl. The old queen let 8 big oysters fasten themselves to the princess's tail as a sign of her high rank. But that hurts, said the little mermaid. You must put up with a good deal to keep up appearances, her grandmother told her. Oh, how gladly she would have shaken off all these decorations and laid aside the cumbersome wreath. The red flowers in her garden were coming to her, but she didn't dare to make any changes. Goodbye, she said. Up she went to the water, as light, as sparkling as a bubble. The sun had just gone down. Her head rose over the surface, but the clouds still shone like golden roses, and in the delicately tinted skies